Was das nochmal machen? Oh, das ist die Chance.
You just got wrecked.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Having a look at the charts, there's actually a decent amount of red across the board. Now, we did have Bitcoin again. We got rejected right here at around the $10,600 level. So the real question is, how many more times can Bitcoin try to break out, continue to get rejected? Are we looking for another massive dump to the lower sides? Are we going to fill that CME futures gap? Lots of people saying, no way, it's time for Bitcoin to pump, yet we keep getting rejected. So we do have CME futures opening, right? I'm going to talk about that, but I also want to discuss the fact that right now we do have things sort of changing in the crypto space, right? We had a massive alt season. We had coins 10xing, 20xing, 1000xing. It was absolutely ridiculous, the gains that we were making, but now we need to get serious and talk about whether or not those opportunities are still out there. Should we be buying in right now? Well, I'm going to let you know exactly what I've been doing recently as far as altcoins, Bitcoin, even with a cash position. I'll also let you know about some possible altcoin gems. Are there even any of them left right now? We're going to go into some of those at the end of the video, but I do want to talk about how things are a little bit different, how they've changed, and, you know, some potential risks versus rewards moving forward. Also, guys, don't forget today is Sunday. If you want to win the Ledger Nano S, drop a comment on any video and you are eligible. So let's make it nice and quick. And also, sorry about the lack of updates recently. I've been doing a lot at my house, a lot of renovation. So it's just been super hectic, super busy. But I mean, let's be honest, Bitcoin is pretty much at the same price it was 3 days ago. So not like we really missed too much action, but guys, we need to talk about the fact that we continuously keep getting rejected at this resistance right here. So we are either looking for a massive pump of Bitcoin back above 11,000, maybe even to 11,800. But if we get rejected, we are headed back down to the lower 9,000s, maybe even the higher 8,000s if we get rejected. You can only get rejected so many times before falling down. Now, we do have some nice support right here at around the $10,000 level, the psychological level, but you can see right here on the CME futures, we have not filled the gap. And if we fall lower, you know, we're looking for that support back here in the consolidation range between 8,800 and 9,500 roughly, right? Now, I do think that we would still be bullish had we basically had a nice daily close at around the 9,000. That still puts us above the 200 daily moving average, and the total overall market cap for crypto is still looking bullish. We are still putting in higher lows on the macro, holding the 21 exponential on the weekly. So this is all good. Now, I do want to point out more of that controversy. So Willy Woo, now you guys might know him. He does a lot of on-chain analysis. He says that there's a fair chance that the CME gap might not get filled, right? Now, we talked about this in my last video. So far, it's been front run for liquidity. Every dip has been snapped up. If so, it'll be the first CME gap on the daily, which somebody said, no, it wasn't. Yes, it is. Just check the charts. On the 4 hour, yes, we've not closed them, but on the daily, we have always closed every CME futures gap. So this would mark its first time in history that it would happen. Now, Willy Woo says, I also wonder about the gap being front run to fill longs with solid liquidity. Whales on derivative exchanges have enough dominance to make the market do so. Now, he did recently indicate that on-chain trends for cryptocurrency in general are in fact flipping bullish. He says local on-chain switching bullish, looking at the next few weeks out, not saying that this is the bottom, although it may have been the bottom, but playing the big swings, it's not a bad time to buy in. And historically speaking, we know that every time Bitcoin gets around these moving averages, whether it be the 21 exponential on the weekly, the 200 daily, right? Those have been excellent opportunities to buy Bitcoin. So unless you're looking to just sort of swing trade, maybe you're over at Bybit, maybe you're doing some leverage trading, well then, okay, maybe you need to be a little bit careful right now. But if you're just looking to buy Bitcoin, when should you buy? This is honestly an excellent opportunity to buy Bitcoin. I'm not telling you not financial advice, but I have accumulated at these levels and I will continue to accumulate and layer, layer in my buys. In fact, I have a massive long down in the 8,800s. I do think we'd have a nice bounce at that level. So do keep your eyes on that moving forward. Now, I want to talk about some big news. We have the Swiss Senate has overwhelmingly approved legislation making it easier to use cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance. Now, we're going to talk about DeFi a little bit more in depth in a second here. The new legislation enables companies to create digital shares and other tradable assets. The laws are expected to come into effect early next year. So that is some big news over there for, basically what those guys are doing over in Switzerland. But talking about what's happening here in the US could actually be giving China a potential run for their money when it comes to Bitcoin mining centralization. Now, there's a plus side and there's a scary side to this. So Grayscale, you may know Grayscale, they're pretty much becoming the biggest Bitcoin whales out there. It's actually a little bit scary. You might even say it's a bit of a conspiracy for the US to potentially, take control of Bitcoin. But basically their parent company, the Digital Currency Group, has invested $100 million into its subsidiary Foundry, a crypto mining and staking investment company. So Foundry's CEO stated that the company is looking to build its mining operations and support other companies with similar interests in the US and Canada. The move by Foundry seeks to partially centralize the Bitcoin network and is speculated to receive support from the U.S. Congress. In April, the U.S. Congress tabled a bill to support blockchain and crypto development, including mining, to help the U.S. stay competitive, especially against China. So while this might seem bullish on the surface, is this the U.S. trying to potentially centralize Bitcoin as far as the mining is concerned? Now, this is obviously, it's a bit of a conspiracy right now, but let me know what you guys think about that. Very interesting. Now, we have also seen the SEC recently, bringing down the hammer on these ICOs. Obviously, they found ways around them. Now you have initial liquidity offerings. We had IEOs. We have DAOs. So there's always going to be an opportunity for these guys to try to get their tokens out there. But you can see that, TI has been charged. So, they're still finding these ICOs that came out. And, basically they've compared the current DeFi situation to the ICO bubble. Now, the ICO bubble, in my opinion, was crazier than DeFi. I mean, some people are saying that this is ICO 2.0, maybe, as far as what they're trying to do. But really, it doesn't compare to what we saw. 2017 was just madness. 2017 was like you could buy any coin, didn't matter what it did, and you were going to get minimally a 10x. That's not the case right now. You could still make bad calls, bad picks, right? Not every coin is doing 100x. Pretty much every coin 100x, if not more, in 2017. But you do have to see about the current state of DeFi. They talk about potential fraud. They talk about the SEC stepping in. How could they do it? Well, I'm not too sure, but they do say, with these liquidity pools, are liquidity pools essentially just a way to launder money? So, that's the thing. And when it comes to picking these DeFi projects, you're starting to see a lot of garbage come out, right? And it's kind of losing that initial hype that it had originally. Now, there still are projects that are legit, that are doing things in the space, Yearn Finance, Wi-Fi, with their Ethereum, basically finding the best rates, right, for farming and stuff like that. Very awesome project, definitely deserves to be where it is. Actually, they had some big news that came out specifically. You guys may know StormX, and this is for anyone that is holding Wi-Fi. They've now actually added support for it. So now what's pretty cool is you can actually earn Wi-Fi every time you buy from any of the StormX affiliates. So you can also claim Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin as well, but you'll be able to earn Wi-Fi from shopping at retailers like Walmart, Microsoft, Nike, Adidas, eBay, Alibaba, and Samsung, right? So not all projects are garbage. This is a project that is actually doing quite well. By the way, if you guys are interested, you can download this on Google Play and Apple stores, as well as the Google Chrome browser extension. You can pay with crypto for shopping. 4% crypto if you use it on Walmart, rising up to 14% if for super users who reach the highest rewards. And they have more than 500 partner stores that are integrated with StormX, which is the only platform of its kind offering crypto cashback for Walmart purchases. And yeah, now you guys can get some Wi-Fi. So there you go. I mean, obviously the opportunity to farm it has been missed, but the opportunity to earn it is currently available. So what are some other projects that I'm looking at? Well, guys, like I said, things have changed. Right now, it's building into the solid positions, right? So for me, it's definitely Bitcoin. It's definitely Polkadot, Ethereum. Even though I'm a little upset with the way the performance has been recently, that still is something that you might want to be in. And believe it or not, potentially having a cash position on the side, whether it be a stable coin or even just dollars in the bank, which, the bank, whatever. But if you're going to look to buy these dips, you want to have some cash reserve on the side, right? However, I do not think that I don't think that the alt season is going to continue, is what I'm trying to say. You're going to have to find actual legit projects to just basically buy. I don't see projects just zooming and rocketing to the moon right now, but what you can do is sort of, dollar cost average and build into positions for projects that you may want to hold on to long term, right? I have scaled out of a lot of the projects for right now because of the uncertainty of what Bitcoin is doing. And that's what I said on my channel a lot of times. I don't care about catching the absolute bottom. Not interested. Most traders are not going to catch the bottom. Wait for the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. Right now, the trend is a little bit shaky. Wait until we establish another trend. If Bitcoin starts trending lower, okay, then short it if that's your thing. Once we start, we break above, we flip that resistance, build it back to support, altcoins start mooning again, get back in, ride the wave, right? That's for short-term flips. Long-term projects, I don't mind holding. I just accumulate more, right? Some of the projects just to throw out, and I'm not even going to go into the prices right now because honestly, these altcoins could fall in value because I don't believe we're having that crazy explosive alt season that we were having, but Pylon Finance is one that I've heard a lot of different people talking about. This is, it's a little bit of a risky play with a lot of these, right? Especially when you have different like anonymous founders and stuff in some of these projects that are coming out. But Pylon is one. One that hasn't even come out yet is actually Kilt Protocol. This is actually coming out on Polkadot, right? So just kind of keep your eyes out on this. Now, the reason that I think this is cool is you can see Polkadot actually mentioned that they received another grant. Kilt received another grant from the Web3 Foundation for their upcoming project. And if you have a look at basically what Kilt is doing, and you guys know I am bullish on Polkadot ecosystem, I like the fact that what these guys are trying to basically deal with is, like you said, they say credentials for Web 3.0, but what does this basically mean? Well, nowadays, when you go on the internet, everywhere you go, mostly on centralized exchanges, which is what we're using for the most part, you have to log in with credentials, right? You have to put your password in. Now, you would hope that these are private, but they're not private. In fact, they are in centralized databases, and these big companies, whoever it is, YouTube, which is a lot of people are watching it on right now, maybe you have Google accounts, you have Amazon accounts, these are all shared with different companies, and yeah, it's not private and you don't really own your data, and this creates sort of a lot of power for these guys, essentially. And that's basically what Kilt is dealing with. They're basically coming up with a decentralized way for your credentials to be sent, across the They're going to use Polkadot, obviously. But keep your eyes on it, guys. It's an interesting project, privacy and credentials and things like that. I don't know if you guys remember Civic. A while ago, they were doing stuff like that as well with identity. Lots of different projects, but just keep your eyes on this. Like I'm really looking at those first mover advantages, especially on the Polkadot ecosystem. So, and I do have some other really cool projects, but I don't want to talk about them just yet because, there's just a lot of stuff that I still need to kind of do some research on, and I don't want to just mention stuff that I haven't really looked into. Another project that a lot of people have been talking about, now keep in mind, these are all very speculative. Everything I'm talking about could literally go to zero tomorrow. I mean, these are just what the community has been talking about. Swapfolio, this is another project. You can buy SWFL tokens. They've been talking about this trading terminal. Now, we've heard about a lot of projects, right? Orion Protocol, they're looking to do something. This is helping to connect an easier tradable experience on Uniswap, and yeah, you can actually demo it right now if you want. Another one that is really risky from what I've heard, actually had some FUD around it, was Creed.finance. You can go over there, get the Creed token. Another really risky one, guys. I'm not saying to go dump your money. And also, a lot of these you can just farm too if you want. If you want to take, the less riskier sort of route to it. But yeah, so these are all projects that people have been talking about in the community. Check them out if you want. I'm not saying to go buy them, but a lot of people are like, hey, what are the projects people are talking about? These are the ones that I'm hearing about. So check them out if you're interested. But yeah, we're not really going to be doing any more probably of those like low cap altcoin gem videos, because right now it's a little bit dangerous times, keeping your eyes on what Bitcoin is looking to do. We keep getting rejected. If we go lower, it's probably going to drag down a lot of the altcoins with it. So just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, let you guys know what I'm doing, focusing mostly on Bitcoin right now, keeping my eyes on what the price is doing. I'm not trying to hop into 1,000 different altcoins right now. At the end of the day, I follow the trends. We had that trend. We had the alt season right now. It's time to chill. Maybe accumulate some of the a lot of the projects are down. So if there's projects out there that you're really into right now, then, scale in. Go ahead, but just realize that it could go lower. You're probably not going to catch the bottom. So you have to be comfortable, accumulating on the way down, but realizing that it's basically the same as accumulating on the way up. You're just doing it in the reverse, and you have to wait until we actually have that bullish price action again, all right? So, guys, friendly reminder, again, last day for the Ledger Nano S. I know today's video was a little bit random, but a lot of stuff going on at my house specifically. That's why I have been really, really busy, but also just letting you know that, I'm not trying to, chase the altcoins right now. But yeah, if Bitcoin explodes, then the altcoins might follow, and then we can hop back in on the trends. And if there's any projects that you guys are accumulating right now, let me know. What am I missing anything? Is there a serious gem right now that we should be accumulating? Let me know, guys. That's it for me. Thanks again for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I guess I haven't been doing it every single day, but I do have a good excuse. I've been really, really busy around here, guys. And honestly, the price is the same as it was 3 days ago, so we didn't even really miss anything. But we are starting the week again, and things can get crazy at the beginning of the week, so sounds good. Hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, start to your week wherever you are. If you're not subscribed, consider it. We do make a lot of videos. Mostly, maybe not every day, but for the most part. So thanks again. My name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.